Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome to the Late Night Road Show. Welcome in, everybody. Got a little bit of a change of scenery here. Kansas City showing off. Happy Pride. Happy Pride Month, everybody. I love this. This is so cool. I wish I'd seen this in person. Like, this is so awesome. I love it. Love to see it. Yeah, happy Pride, especially a happy Pride to the Call of Duty community. It's going through some shit right now. It's going through some shit. And it's just great to see all the trash take itself out. It really is. It's quite a day for the internet. You know, there's like the Call of Duty blackout, whatever, boycott, whatever. There's the Reddit blackout starting tonight, or starting today, which they took that a little too so far. They took that so far, the site was actually down all day. It was like in and out, and it was like totally inaccessible and not loading all day. It was wild. Some of the CEO, Steve Hoffman, wants to charge all of these third-party apps and everything a lot of money to use its API. It's like 24 cents per 1,000 requests, which 24 cents per 1,000 requests every day. Like what? It's I think the most popular app used to access Reddit, it would cost them like $20 million a year to run, which is just absurd. So between the Call of Duty stuff, the Reddit, blackout, there might be a correlation between that and all the mass reports we're getting of just like in actual IRL NPCs outside wandering around. They're trying to press buttons and make things happen. It's just not. They're just clueless. They're so lost. They don't know. If you see an NPC in your neighborhood, he may be lost. Contact your local authorities. Do not approach. It's wild out there. It's crazy times out there. But for all of us and non-asshole gamers, there's a lot going on. The Summer Games Fest is happening. There's a lot's been announced. I have not been able to keep up with it. There's so much going on. I was home all day. I was trying to read over articles and videos and trailers, and there was so much. As I'm doing that, Ubisoft and someone else was doing their announcements. There was more stuff coming out. There's like an open world Star Wars game coming out next year, which looks really cool. I know there was a Wholesome Direct over the weekend. I'm not sure which day, but it was just a bunch of wholesome, cute games. I think mostly indie games, done by a wide variety of people and indie devs, which looked really cool. Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. It's gonna be a good year. I think this year, next year, it'll be really good for gaming. One of the big things was, I want to say on Friday, Atlas leaked their Persona announcements, Persona 3 and Persona 5 announcements, leaked it on Instagram. But you don't want to, something big like this is Summer Game Fest is the boomer E3. Back in my day, this was E3. This was monumentous. You don't mess this up. And someone in Atlas was just like, oh, hey, they're announcing stuff. Let's announce this thing on the Instagram of all platforms. Turns out that Atlas actually, for the marketing team, hired a former Trump aide. Actually, that's what went wrong. They're like, oh, this is secret information. Oh yeah, here you go, everybody. Here, that's how that works, right? Here you go. Everybody's got to know. Top secret. Everybody's got to know. And that's its own whole other mess. The whole Trump stuff. Not to get too in depth into that, but the funniest thing about all of it is one of the pictures of the boxes and boxes and boxes of the old confidential documents at Mar-a-Lago down in Florida was in their bathroom. And literally in front and beside the toilet. Mind you, 30 of the 37 counts against Trump are 30 individual accounts of withholding all those documents information. With a max fine of $250,000 and a max sentence of 25 years. that is the most expensive Reader's Digest ever. I think I'm pretty sure that's the most expensive Reader's Digest. Classified nuclear information. Who would have known? Twitch had some announcements the other day of the whole advertising streamers. There was like a new monetary agreement. There's like you have sponsorships or whatever, like branding. There's no burned in ads. There's no video ads. The logo can only take up like 3% of the screen, which is literally like this big. So prepare to see a lot of streamers streaming on like billboards in like New York, like the fucking signs in Times Square. That's gonna be their screens, so the logos can be. No, but after it took about 4 hours for Twitch to kind of walk that back, and they're like, okay, there was a misunderstanding. We'll rewrite it so it's better. Except they didn't. They didn't. Like half of it is still in the terms set to go in effect July 1st. The whole thing seemed to be like they just wanted. They claim they don't want these like third-party brands being advertised built into like our streams. Like they feel like that's using Twitch, so they just want these sponsors to go to Twitch themselves. And Twitch probably wants. I foresee Twitch offering a sponsorship program, kind of like Stream Elements does. Excuse me, Stream Elements can. They'll look at your stats and numbers, and then they work with brands like I did HelloFresh last year. HelloFresh will reach out with an offer to a bunch of streamers. So I think Twitch just wants to do that so they can get a cut, because that's how it goes. Twitch wants a cut of everything. And they thought it was a really good idea. They thought, oh, this would be great. This would be great, and until the advertisers go, yeah, we can't do more than a 50-50 split. And all the execs are sitting there like, wait a second, that sounds familiar. Wait, you can't. What do you mean you can't do more than 50? Wait a second, something seems familiar about that. What? Like, weird. And I've said it before, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it again. A lot more people here. This while I'm your typical cis straight white dude, whatever, I'm in the shadow realm this month. Like, again, like this is like a space for everybody. If someone in this stream, in Discord, any other community you're in, I'm a part of and close in, and someone's giving you shit for being you, like, tell them to fuck off. And please feel free to message me. Let me know. I'll do my part to take care of it and make sure, this space and spaces I'm a part of where I have the power to can remain safe and fun and just as little trouble as possible. Hang tight, everybody. Go eat some water, some snacks, whatever you gotta do. I'm gonna go eat some more water, and when I come back, we'll bring on Smirky. Thanks for being here, everybody. I really appreciate it. The Late Night Roast Show is partnered with Agent Ink Apparel. Use command merch in chat to browse the Coffee House merch store. So our guest tonight is a St. Jude ambassador, Twitch partner, been streaming for a few years, raised thousands and thousands of dollars for St. Jude. Just a fantastic, positive person. Toontown's finest, Smirky. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. Just been chilling today. I actually met up with a couple of other St. Jude fundraiser creators
Oh, nice.
in person today. It was very cool. So
Oh.
yeah, I'm sure I can talk about that. But
Yeah.
happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me on.
Thank you so much for being here. You been resting? You've been flying all over the country.
Yeah, I've kind of been hopping around different events lately, so I'm very busy with that. I haven't actually, because like I'm at my setup right now at home, but I haven't even had time to like sit down in my setup lately because I've just been hopping around a few different conventions that have been going on in the gaming industry, and some events and stuff, and I'm literally hopping on another plane tomorrow, so I'm getting very used to
Jeez.
like flying and stuff. But it's all very fun. It's all part of this crazy journey for me that is Twitch and content creation and stuff.
Hmm.
Also, if you hear someone in the background, it's my roommate playing Valorant. So, in case you hear just some random screaming in the background because like he hits a sick headshot or something, that's why.
I totally relate. It's usually someone else hitting the sick headshot on me. That's why I yell, but
Yeah,
totally get
no,
it.
I'm like I've even competed in like a Valorant like tournament for charity before, but like see, I'll just bring the hype, but I won't bring the skill. I won't bring the
Yeah,
headshots.
I just played
So, but
Neon and run around,
yeah,
look
yeah. See,
flashy.
I'll just bring the hype. That's the best that I can do at least.
Oh, let's get started. Feel free to tell everyone if you have a little like intro spiel or just tell everyone what you're about.
Yeah, I'll go for it. So hello everyone. My name is Smirky. I found out, I usually say I'm a like decade long content creator. I've been streaming for over 10 years, and I just found
Oh,
out the other day that my Twitter account has been around for 11 years. So I'm pretty sure I've bumped it up to 11 now. So 11 years of variety gaming streaming.
wow.
I'm an LGBT creator. If you see the Together for Pride shelf that's going on this month,
Yeah.
you may see me pop up on there when I'm live on Twitch.
Oh, cool.
Um, and I, of course, have raised a lot of money for charity.
Mhm.
St. Jude is definitely one cause that is near and dear to my heart for personal reasons, as well
Yeah.
as just general reasons. But for all kinds of charities that we fundraise for over the many years that I've been streaming, we recently crossed 90,000 cumulative raise total
Whoa.
with our Twitch community. So I'm very, very happy about it. The game that I got into when I first started streaming was a game called Toontown. It used to be a Disney MMO, and now it's essentially like fan made revivals, like private servers, essentially, that
Hmm.
still exist today to keep that community going. And that's kind of my main bread and butter. But I also stream similar games like early 2000 childhood MMOs, like
Oh my
Wizard 101
gosh.
is still around.
Yeah.
So, like King Tile still runs their games, and I'm on a content creator program for them. And outside of that, I, sometimes just stream fun little games on my Switch or on PC. I'm actually part of the Jackbox Games stream team and ambassador
Oh, cool.
program. So I've been starting to work with them a lot lately, which is really cool. And yeah, so that's kind of my spiel, I guess. And yes, I travel quite a bit too. At least I am right now. So
Yeah.
if you've been to an event, you may have at least seen or heard of me. I've uh, provided press coverage or have been a special guest at several events as well. So yeah, there's certainly a lot to unpack there, I'm sure.
I mean, 11 years worth of stuff. That's wild.
Yeah, I literally so to clarify, I didn't join Twitch when it was Justin.tv, but I'm pretty sure I
Mhm.
joined Twitch around the time it had just become Twitch. So, I'm not like a Justin TV OG, but I am like I guess you could say like a Twitch OG because I remember the days when Amazon did not own Twitch, and
Yeah.
there were rumors that Google was going to own Twitch back in the day, and
I remember
all
that.
all these things. Yeah, so back before TwitchCon didn't even exist, things like that. So I've seen a lot of change on this platform over the years as well. But I've really enjoyed my time streaming on here, so it's been really great.
Nice. Yeah, I remember I never knew much about Toontown. All I remember was the commercials when I was a kid. And Pineapple Steph there in chat, who I met out here,
Yeah,
she finally convinced me to download it a few months ago and we played. I was like, oh, this is what I've been missing out on my whole childhood.
I love that. Yeah, I it's crazy like how many people like learn about like Toontown through my streams, like because when you go on Toontown's directory, more often than not, you're not going to see many people even streaming the game.
Hmm.
Um, Past couple times I've checked it though, I've seen like a couple dozen different creators streaming this game. So it's definitely been like something that has captivated audiences over time, and more people are like, oh hey, I remember this game, I have nothing better to do, so I'm just going to download
Yeah.
it and just vibe for a little bit. And I've come to learn that so many streamers that I've looked up to for many years have played Toontown, have developed, their characters in the game. They have
Wow.
like, high health, high like gags or, weapons or whatever. It's like
Hmm.
it's pretty impressive. Like to know like Toontown's influence on things. Like even
Yeah.
like I bumped into like Tifu at TwitchCon I
Oh.
think just last year, and we had a conversation about Toontown. It was funny, just completely random. Like streamers that you wouldn't even think have heard of the game have actually
Mhm.
touched the game for several years. It's pretty crazy. So
That's
it's this like
wild.
diamond in the rough niche, but it's like a very tight knit community that I've just fallen in love with over the years, and because of it, I've been able to, do so many wonderful things. So
Mm,
I'm very proud of what the Toontown community has been able to do over the years.
mm.
It's been pretty remarkable, not just from a charity fundraising aspect and stuff, but also just from a point of existence. Like the fact
Yeah.
that the flagship like private server is basically 10 years old now, which is just as long as the original game was. So it's I don't know, it's pretty wild. June 2nd, like a week and a half ago, was Toontown Online's 20th birthday. So like it publicly launched in 2003 on that day. And
Jeez.
so the community has been like very excited about it. It's been um it's an incredibly long time. 20 years of the game as a whole, 10 years for the flagship server Toontown Rewritten.
Hmm.
And it's just you never would have imagined that,
Right.
Twitch would have such like a great, Toontown presence, but it does, and it's amazing.
How was the celebration? I'm sure that was really cool. Being with.
Yeah, it was cool. So it was actually funny because Toontown Rewritten, they do this event called Toonfest, which is like an IRL like gathering of Toontown players and fans. And it's like Toontown Rewritten, by the way, is completely fan funded. They don't take donations or microtransactions or anything. They just pay for the servers out of their pocket. They don't do ad revenue or anything.
Oh
It's
wow.
all completely paid for. It's a passion project basically. And
Hmm.
part of that passion project is bringing fans together in person. So they've done it at a couple conventions in years past. The most recent event that they were at was this event in Pittsburgh called Replay FX, which was like a pinball centered, gaming
Hmm.
focused convention, but it got permanently shut down due to COVID. So the past few years, they've been looking for a new place, and they just held their first Toon Fest in like 4 years at MomoCon, which is a pretty established event in Atlanta, Georgia, which it's basically like Comic Con, but for the Southeast United States.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So it brought in over 48,000 unique attendees, the MomoCon did. So there were tons of people walking by the like Toontown space, the booth that they had. They had panels, they had lines for those panels that wrapped around the building and went out the door. And
Oh my
it
god.
was pretty crazy. Just like hundreds of people who came just to like immerse themselves in the celebration of
Hmm.
this wonderful community. So it's pretty special. It's kind of like how you see stuff like Final Fantasy Fan Fest in Vegas this year, or you
Hmm.
see like even just like the Xbox showcase, how they bring people together for their love of
Yeah.
Xbox. So it's not certainly on the same scale as Xbox, but you get what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it's a gathering of like-minded, like-hearted people just celebrating what they love. And you know it was really cool getting to like be there. And it was just a couple weeks ago, so it was
Mm.
pretty recent. Yeah, it's truly amazing, really.
That's all you can ask for is just people coming together for something is good and just fun. If people are just there to have fun, there's a
Yeah.
fun thing connecting everybody. I love that. I was wondering about, yes, MomoCon is just like a variant of Comic Con, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You have so much cosplay. I mean, like like so I actually, fun fact, went to MomoCon the year prior, just on a whim, like just to stream, check out the gaming scene. And I was so amazed at how much cosplay was there. This year was the same, just with a few more attendees. Like they pack the Georgia World Congress Center over there. It's
Wow.
really impressive. Um, so yeah, it was cool. It was kind of like E3 but Toontown for the Toonfest stuff, because like they
Mm-hmm.
dropped new announcements, stuff that Disney has never done before,
Oh
and then they
wow.
also were like bringing in some of the original developers on like a panel, and they were like, here are these design documents that the community has never seen before from like 2001,
Oh,
absolutely blowing everyone's minds, like what could have been during the development process.
that's crazy. They even got their hands on that.
I know, right? So, and Toontown Rewritten has like a preservation project where they have a website where you can see all this like history about the game. So it's preserved, it's archived, and it's publicly available for anyone at this moment to go and view, which is just mind blowing. To I don't know, it's great seeing a community come together like that to
Absolutely.
just yeah, I know I sound like a broken record, but
No,
I just still can't believe like to this day how much a game like Toontown has had an impact on my life and certainly the lives of so many others.
absolutely. Um, you just had that. You said MomoCon so a few weeks ago, and before that was another college bringing people together, the St. Jude Summit.
Yes,
Um,
late April it was the St. Jude
mm-hmm.
Summit.
How which number of summit was that for you? Have you been going for the past few years or
So technically it was my second summit actually.
second? Gotcha.
So I have been fundraising for St. Jude Play Live for 6 years now.
Mm,
But COVID happened and the summit just obviously wasn't going to happen when a global pandemic was going on, right?
yeah.
Um, and to be fair, it still, is, but I think July of last year, there were about a dozen of us that got invited back to the hospital. Like it wasn't summit, but it was kind of like them bringing in a few creators and saying, how can we best bring back the summit?
Mm-hmm.
So there were a few of us who went back over there for a couple days to do like a little modified tour of things, which I think.
Cool.
Okay, they
Welcome
can
back,
see and hear
everybody.
us now.
Cool.
Yes.
Sorry about
I
that. Yeah,
don't know. Yeah, I don't know where they cut or the stream got cut off, but
yeah. So
we can pick back up just fine.
the NVIDIA fake green screen filter, for whatever reason, breaks OBS and
Oh
stops it
no.
from running after so long. We got lucky
Uh,
last time, but I guess it kicked in this time. So off brand for Breeze, yeah.
oh no.
Okay. We rewind back
So
to where was I?
yeah,
Oh,
before we disconnected, we were talking about St. Jude stuff.
yeah, that first night dinner when Faith and her family were there, and we're like, who is this? And then they're at the lunch as we're all getting set down, and like Lupo was talking and everything. We're just like, she was at the table in front of me, and I'm just with Elizabeth, who is? And so other people are like, who is this? And then her video played, and we're like, no, no.
Yeah. Her video
um,
has been like over the month of May, just so many creators like showing her video was so surreal to me.
I
It
bet.
was amazing how her story was inspiring so many people to learn more about St. Jude's mission to donate to this cause.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it made me very proud of her, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I didn't even know it. I was proud of her. Like the way she spoke, like when she was up on stage talking to us, and the way she just carried herself, she was just you would have thought she was like 25. The way.
Yeah, yeah, she was very well spoken, which just surprised me as well. It was just really amazing to like see like how far she's come since she first, because I remember the pictures of her just being pale,
Mm-hmm.
defeated, like just going through so much, and then to have her like go up on stage and be a pro and do cartwheels along the floor at the
Yeah.
venue. It was just like, oh my goodness, like what is happening right now? It was just just absolutely amazing, really.
Truly.
So
And you
yeah,
had a big moment at the summit also
I
on
did have a big
Twitch's
moment.
public access.
Yeah, so about 5 days before the St. Jude Summit, I got an email. Well, first actually, the Play Live staff put me in a Discord group. I think Amanda put me in a Discord group with a few of the other Play Live staff. And they were like, hey, two things. First of all, your cousin Faith's going to be there, surprise. And I'm like,
Oh,
oh my
that
God.
soon.
I was like, what? You can't just drop this on me as I'm like mentally preparing for Summit.
Yeah.
And then they also said, hey, Twitch is probably going to reach out to you for a thing. And I'm like, okay. And then I get an email and
Hmm.
they asked if I wanted to be a guest on Twitch Public Access. And of course, I said no and turned it down. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, I said yes. Um, I was ecstatic. I mean, I've been watching shows like Public Access and Twitch Weekly even for such a long time on Twitch. Like it
Yeah.
was, you know, some like being asked to be like on the show is just like surreal to me. So um I knocked down that imposter syndrome, said yes, and then
Hell
got to
yeah.
like uh go up on stage. They had me go first, no pressure.
Yeah.
And they had me pretty much talk about some of the stuff we're talking about right now, what St.
Hmm.
Jude means to me, having fundraised for so long, um, uh, you know, what it means to me and my family, um, how we were so heartbroken when Faith got her diagnosis, and how that put everything into perspective because I was already fundraising for St. Jude since 2018,
Hmm.
and she was diagnosed, I believe, I want to say September 2019, and then of course like 6 months later the pandemic happened, and that
Yeah.
really messed things up.
Jeez.
The world shut down. But yeah, so I got to share my story, talk about all that, give some advice to people who were watching the Twitch stream because it was on the official Twitch channel,
Hmm.
twitch.tv/twitch. And then they decided that they were going to surprise me with a $10,000 donation to my St. Jude campaign,
Yeah.
which they did not tell me they were going to do that.
Just reaching out for a thing. Just
Yeah, so uh me and the other guests, like Lil Seha, Play Faster, Good Game Bro,
hmm.
we had our suspicions that maybe something would happen, but like we
Yeah.
weren't sure. We didn't want to assume anything. Um, I mean, we were like, it'd be so great if like Twitch could, get back to, the cause that they've been
Definitely.
supporting for so long as well. And since I was going first, it was a shock to everyone in the audience,
Yeah.
especially me, because I instantly started bawling. Because it just obviously, like, St. Jude is a
It's.
cause that means so much to me.
Hmm.
Charity streaming is something that means so much to me in general. So, knowing what everyone's donations over the years have done for my family, and just having a cause like Twitch back up, my own efforts and my own initiatives, it was very heartwarming to say the least. And I was just very grateful that they decided to, give back to not only myself, but so many other amazing creators who were there. And then they've also like gone to other creators during the challenge season, and they dropped more donations over time. I think I
Hmm.
saw Smashley get $1,000 at one point
Oh, good.
during the streams that Smashley was doing. So it was really cool, just like seeing them go all out. And
Hmm.
the charity team has been really great at Twitch. They've been very helpful. If I have any ideas that I want to bring forth, or they it just it feels good to be able to work with them on stuff like that, and
Absolutely.
inspire others in the process to maybe start their own campaigns or
Hmm.
to donate. So
That's how it happened with me.
yeah,
I saw everybody else
for
doing it,
sure.
and as I learned a little bit more about Twitch and got into content creation, I was like, oh, I can do this. I can just
Yeah,
fire up a thing and go.
I mean, anyone can do it,
Hmm.
and I inspired people in the Toontown community to start their own fundraisers this year. And there was like a Twitch, or sorry, a Tiltify team Uh, I had oh, I think it's showing on my OBS, conveniently.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, this is professional streaming 101,
One.
because I have virtual camera. Wee.
Oh,
Okay, so
there he
this is
is.
like a little Twitch team. Uh, like Veronica G is a creator who has been watching my streams for a long time. They've never done
Mm-hmm.
charity streaming for St. Jude before, and they raised $1,000 this year
Let's
when they started
go.
their first ever campaign. And I was like, oh my
First
gosh,
ever. That's huge.
like I was like, dang, this is amazing. Just like getting to see, something like that happen. It was amazing. So I'm
Absolutely.
gonna put this back up now.
There we go.
Whoa. Okay, I'm
Whoa.
back. I'm back.
Wild
I'm back.
effects.
Yeah, I'm using OBS virtual camera, so I forgot I had my browser
Mhm.
sort or not my browser source, but like the browser like window capture turned
Oh
on,
yeah.
so it just showed the Tiltify campaign. But yeah, like being able to inspire community members to go out and inspire others is like what I'm all about. Like I want to like help, inspire others to realize that if I can do something like this, just some run of the mill, like, 20 something college student, like literally anyone can do it too. And so being able to like go out there and spread the goodwill and encourage others to do amazing things too, that is um, it's kind of helped define my purpose a little bit in terms of what I'm trying to do with every single stream or video that I put out. So
Mm-hmm.
it's always a good reminder for me as well if I'm ever feeling lost or doubtful about what I'm doing. When I'm surrounded by like the friends that I were surrounded by today in
Yeah.
IRL, it's like, yeah, I have a lot of good people, and I'm so thankful that they're in my life, and uh, we're all doing our part to just help make that impact
Yeah.
that I really think we desperately need to see more of. So
Absolutely. I know.
yeah.
I feel the same. Always I just want to do good. Like I'm a designer and video editor, which perfect skills for content creation. So if I can help people by doing what I love doing, that's great. And I've always like I want to do more. I want to do more. But then being at Summit, and I was like, oh, I've hard pill to swallow, but I've done a lot, and seeing that recognized, like, okay, this means something. Like I don't know. I need to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, it's because of charity streaming that I just kind of again transformed my own purpose. So I wasn't just streaming Toontown every day, but I was, you know, making sure that I could smile and make someone else smile, make someone's day whenever I'm uh, charity fundraising, or even when I'm not charity fundraising. It's because of charity fundraising I can take that energy into whatever it is I decide to do. So
Mm-hmm.
um, it's been really really incredible, and gosh, I mean, it's crazy to think that it's been 11 years since I've had that account on Bird app, and soon to be my Twitch account and my YouTube
Yeah.
account and all this stuff. It's mind-blowing. I mean, but I'm still learning so much. like
Oh,
like just
absolutely.
because I've been in the ball game for a while doesn't mean that I'm like the guru of Twitch.Tuvalu or anything.
Yeah. Well, the longer I feel like the longer you're in it, the faster things change and evolve too. So you're gonna play catch
Yeah,
up faster
and
and faster and faster.
it can be a little tricky for me personally to keep up, but that's always
Mm-hmm.
something I'm working on. I'm not, there are things that I could be doing to improve, and that at least I feel like is a good problem to have. If I'm behind on
Yeah.
something, if I'm not, doing what other people are doing necessarily, I can at least observe and learn from that, and
Mm-hmm.
then take that into whatever I decide to do.
Totally.
Um, yeah, so even though I've been doing this for so long, there's still so much to learn.
Absolutely. Now that OBS is partly unfroze, if y'all haven't seen it going around Twitter or missed the public access, I have a clip of that Twitch moment.
You know,
That's why we're
Oh,
here,
boy.
so that we can be inspired to go home and raise money for the kids.
Make that impact.
We do want you to make that impact, and we know you will do it, and we know you will be successful. But we want to help you on your journey, so
Yeah,
Twitch
boy.
is going to donate $10,000 to your
$10,000.
Tiltify campaign right now.
so cool. I was sitting right here. I would jumped up. I was like, let's go.
I didn't see all the audience reaction because I was just like everything was just like like what
Yeah.
is I'm just like this like what is going on, who's cutting onions,
Who's
like
cutting onions?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I feel like gosh, I don't know, that's probably one of, or if not the top like moment in my like Twitch slash streaming journey so far. I think I've had some great moments, but
Mm-hmm.
that was definitely a peak moment for me. It felt great, like seeing all of my hard work over the years, like recognized in that way by Twitch, and then just the energy of the crowd as well. It was just so overwhelming and in the best way possible. Like, I mean, you're literally having like people that you look up to like chanting your name. Like,
Yeah.
gosh, that was so crazy.
Well, and even so, before you got there, so I'm pretty sure I like said hi briefly Wednesday morning when
Uh-huh.
you got there. Like you were talking to other people, and I just happened to be there. But that whole
Yeah.
morning, as we're all just chilling in the lobby, people are like talking about like, "Oh, this person's on the way. This person's on the way," and there was just
Yeah.
literally whispers among the masses like, "Smirky's almost here. Oh man, Smirky's gonna be here. Oh man." Oh, it's like people like waiting to get on the bus to the airport because you were gonna be there.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's awesome.
When I got back, and after like your guys' summit too, Group Eagly was doing his like recount of everything, and the guy got to meet a lot of great people, and he's like including Smirky, who's this wonderful dude, and I was like, I know that name now. Um, you've got a lot of people behind your
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, I love Gerbeegly. Such a wonderful person. Yeah, I always have to remind myself that when things are feeling not so good, I do truly have a lot of people behind my back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I'm very grateful for. I I'm grateful to everyone, from all the creators I've met to all my community members to the amazing people at Twitch who help make moments like that happen. Mary Kish and Ray Apollo are wonderful human beings
Mm-hmm.
as well. Great hosts. Um, yeah, it's just I don't know. It's I don't know. It's just it always feels very surreal to me.
I bet.
I'm that like all of this would take place, and I'm just you know get and it's definitely had an impact going to these events that I've been going to over the past 2-3 weeks, and
Mm-hmm.
hearing how much like my fundraiser has impacted people. It makes me realize that like no matter what's going on, what those numbers in my dashboard say, like I know that I'm doing good and I know that I'm making an impact, and just acknowledging that is always really powerful
Absolutely.
for creators. So
It's the hardest thing to do, but it's the most important thing to do.
absolutely. So
How much did you end up
yeah.
raising for your campaign overall?
So our community after that, so we had already raised 2,500 when Twitch donated 10,000, and then we added another 4,000 on top of that. So I think we're somewhere over 16.4K
Let's
for my
go.
campaign right now.
That's
So
awesome.
I do leave it open for the rest of the year as well. Last year we had donations come in throughout the year, and it brought us up to 8K. So the campaign remains open if anyone sees it and would like to drop $1 or $2, because as great as it is to like dedicate a certain allotted time to a cause like that, I mean, St. Jude's mission for me is for life. So I leave my campaign open year round. So if people want to support it, by all means, because I've had people support that campaign, whether I'm like using crowd control for stream or if I have it on my Tiltify extension below my channel. So yeah, that's something that I always leave up. But yeah, we ended up being the, I believe, number 16 overall like campaign or something like that for
Yeah, you were up there.
yeah, we were I was very excited and pleasantly surprised. I it was incredible getting to see my name up there. Like yeah, like 16, 17 right now. So we were up
Mhm.
there. And that was a really cool feeling to see my name up there with so many creators that I look up to. Um, so I don't know, a little self brag, I guess, but
As you
uh,
should. As you should.
yeah,
I
it's
mean, that last day, I was looking at that on stream and was going through. I was like, oh, the top 250. That's cool. Because all I wanted to see where all the people I met at my summit were at. And I was like, oh, it'd be cool to be on this one day. I was like, I don't think we hit it this year, but
yeah,
one day definitely. And we got closer and closer to the bottom, and I'm seeing the amounts, and I'm looking at my dashboard. I'm like, we're close. I think we finished at 248. So I just snuck in. That
wow,
was really
you
weird to
did
see.
it. That's amazing. And like it doesn't matter like if you make it on that list or not, because
Yeah.
truly everyone, like every dollar raised helped us hit that like 2.4, 2.5 million
Yeah.
total raise. Like every single dollar that was donated to any campaign connected to the challenge season, it all added up, and it all, like that's all of us, like every single one of
Absolutely.
us, everyone fundraising. It's it really is just incredible to see everyone come together in that way. Like it doesn't matter if you're number one, number 250, or last on the list. Like the fact that like there's so many people that care to help kids like Faith, um, really, really just not only means a lot to, you know, me and my community, but it means a lot to families like ours,
Absolutely.
so we didn't have to pay a single thing when Faith was going through treatment. At least my aunt and uncle didn't. They
Mm-hmm.
they just had to focus on making sure that Faith was okay, and you know, it's all because of donations, like the ones that come in for St. Jude Play Live and a bunch of their other programs. Um, it's truly something special, and getting to be a part of it is very, very special to me. I even have like the boxes that they send in right in front of me,
Yeah,
just
mine's right
sitting
over there.
there. Yeah, so I still have the boxes keepsake. I have some of the past like items. Like this isn't from this year, but they have
Oh yeah,
one
it
of
was
the
last
like,
year's.
yeah, this is last year's,
Mm-hmm.
2022. They have a little button. So every time you push it, it'll say like thank you
I've
from
got
like a
this one
patient.
right here.
Yeah, you got that one.
The gamer button.
I think yeah, I think that one does the air horn.
Yeah.
So you got a
So
couple
good.
different variations. Yeah. So yeah, but no, I feel like for me, like one of my favorite events that I go to out of all the Dream Hacks and PAXs and TwitchCons that I go to, it would have to be the St. Jude Summit. It's just, oh man, I mean, there's nothing like it. You go to all
Mm-hmm.
these events and there's all these people flashing their badges and like,
Yeah.
hey, how many followers do you have? Trying to get those sponsorships, but like none of that really matters when you're at the summit because everyone is
No.
there for like one common purpose. It doesn't matter. We don't even ask each other like, oh, how much did you raise like last year or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, we're celebrating all of our lifetime totals, on those boards where like
Oh yeah, that was
they
so
they
great.
had everyone typed in their names and we saw how much we fundraised lifetime, and
Yeah.
we're all just like celebrating and uplifting one another, and
Mm-hmm.
like that's something I continue to strive to do, uplifting others, which especially during Pride Month right now, we kind of need that in the LGBTQI plus
Completely.
community.
Completely.
um so, I don't know, like I never really make the big picture about me. Like it's great to be
Mm-hmm.
on shows like this and talk about, my experiences, but I always try to do it with like collective mindset where like, everyone is, celebrated. So that's why I stress, like, it's cool to see your name on that leaderboard. It is. It felt great for me to see my name all the way up there. But like, it's y- like it's all of us,
It's just one part of the
and
whole.
yeah, one part of the whole. I am truly just one fish in a big sea of other amazing fish that are
Mm-hmm.
doing amazing things with the time that they have. So
Yeah. I'm stoked for next year already. I was on the bus to the
Yeah.
airport. I was like, when's next year? When's
I know, right? Yeah, I can't wait for next year either. Whether it's a summit perspective or just fundraising perspective. Some people plan out like their fundraisers like as soon as the previous one ends. Like some people
Yeah.
start thinking of ideas for their next one. For me, I don't work like that only because I fundraise for multiple causes. The chair that I'm sitting in was actually given to me by Extra Life. So
Oh, nice.
I've done work with them before. I've been to Extra Life United. I've fundraised for them on Front Page. I have also I haven't done it yet this month, but I'm gonna see if I can try to fit it in for like a weekend or two. Fundraising for the Trevor Project. That's
great.
something I like to do during Pride.
Mm-hmm.
And like before St. Jude, I was fundraising for Save the Children when there was earthquake relief that was necessary. I just jumped on board with that. Didn't care how much we raised. Just wanted to, spread awareness on what was going on. And we raised over $500, which was just amazing to me. And then the month before St. Jude was Mario Day celebration stuff. Twitch was getting involved with that. And I reached out and I said, hey, like Mario Day's really cool, really awesome. But what if we used Mario Day to like give back to kids who are hospitalized and need happiness through Nintendo? And the first cause I thought of was the Starlight Children's Foundation, because they provide Switch handhelds to hospitals who, need that kind of support. So these kids, can get their mind off of treatments through the power of gaming specifically and through the power of Nintendo. So I reached out and I was like, I'm thinking about doing like a fundraiser for Starlight. And they were like, oh, this is great. Like, we love this. We're gonna like, here's a little bit of Front Page time. And then, we want to support this. They did a couple retweets on their Twitter, and then they went as far as rating me after their live stream that day.
Oh.
So suddenly I just see like Twitch has rated you for like this many people, and I'm like,
no.
oh, okay. Surprise. Like thanks for like giving me a heart attack on Mario Day. And they did also donate $1,000 during that stream as well, which was not expected at all. So it's just, I'm like Twitch is stepping up their charity game, and I'm really happy to see that, because any way that we can get more people to give back through their platforms is incredible. You don't have to be the number one streamer raising hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of dollars. Like, you don't have to be that person to have that impact to get involved in charity streaming. I think like, oh gosh, like my first charity campaign was technically back in like 2014, and I did a fundraiser for Charity Water. And I still love what they do to this day, fighting against the water crisis, helping developing countries have access to clean water. And it didn't matter to me like how much we raised then. I was just focused on like spreading the mission, and that's what it's about.
Absolutely.
If you can tell a story through your content, whether it's your own story or the mission of a cause that means a lot to you, or whatever it might be, storytelling is super powerful. As a creator, you kind of like you are the host of Late Night Roast. Like whatever message you're trying to convey, you want to make sure that you do so in your way. You want to make sure that you do so to create whatever impact that you're trying to create. So it's very important to, I guess, keep that in mind.
Definitely. What am I trying to do with this show? Do you guys know? I don't know. No.
What's even going on here? Why am I trapped in this box? Like,
who let this guy in here?
Who put me in this box? Like, how I need to get out right now. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I really I appreciate everyone that's been on so far, as I really do just want to use this to, I know I'm this in every show I think I've done so far. I've been the small guy, but still just to introduce new creators and find out what people are doing on this massive, massive site where like last year I hadn't heard of you. And then
Right.
coming up to St. Jude, I heard the whispers amongst the masses and seeing stuff on
I
Twitter. I'm like,
mean,
oh, okay.
I mean,
should...
for all the people that do know me, there are so many more that don't, and
Exactly.
like, you know, and that's okay. Like, I mean, like, you know, it's one thing to like want to grow and want to like expand your reach and, you know, reach out to more, you know, people and, you know, have an even greater impact. But I always just make sure to like stop and smell the roses every now and then and be like, look at what I do have right now. Like look at what I am creating. Even if like there are people that have come and gone, people who started out well after me who are well on their way to like stardom or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've seen so many people like, you know, come and go, whether it was through Toontown itself or just like generally speaking. And uh, you know, I've had moments where I've had literally no one watching my stream, and I've had moments where I've had tens of thousands of people watching my stream.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like I don't really fixate on that as much. I I just focus on having that impact with who's there, you know, in that moment in real time, because every stream is a real time broadcast, and I just want to make sure that you know, I leave, you know, I tell the story that I want to tell, and I leave the impact that, you know, I hope to leave on others. And for me, that's to uh, inspire others to be inspiring, whether it's through their own Twitch streams or through their own professions or hobbies or occupations. You know, I just want to help, you know, add some joy and positivity and authenticity into maybe someone's day who is just like me, for real, doom scrolling social media endlessly and seeing all the polarization that's going on over there, and how that affects literally our society, as from a national and global perspective. So, if you can't tell, I graduated with a communications degree from college, so I have a knack for how people are interacting with one another, um, and yeah, it's been interesting to observe. So
I remember I was gonna ask earlier. Did you go to Extra Life United this year?
not this year. I inquired about it, but it was so they brought me out last year in 2022, but they cited that they didn't have the budget to bring me out this year, and I was I think it was too close to another event I was looking at anyway, so it just wasn't in the cards this year. But I still love Extra Life. I still want to work with them. I still want to go back sometime. I did end up being like a semifinalist in their Mario Kart tournament anyway, so
Oh, nice.
I would like to go back and actually, you know, win if I can
Claim your
sometime,
title.
but you know, actually claim what I sought for. um but yeah, I didn't go this year, but I have been to a number of events outside of it.
Gotcha. So I got invited for my first time. So it was my first
awesome.
Extra Life fundraiser last fall for Riley's Children's Hospital, which is where my little brother went in Indianapolis for first like 13, 14 years of his life. My dad helped build parts of like extensions of the building and a bunch of stuff for the kids. So it was something kind of like you were saying, Jude, like that was very close to me. And I mean, I grew up seeing my brother go there and sit through the therapy appointments and everything, seeing all that they do. Yeah, I wasn't able to go to the United Conference. That was just too much money. But I've got like a plan set out for that next year, for trying for TwitchCon this year.
Oh yeah, you should come to TwitchCon. I will be there, mainly because I happen to already be here like right now. Like I could literally drive to the convention center if I wanted to. So
you live right there, gotcha.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a no-brainer. I'm
Mm-hmm.
definitely going. So I hope to see y'all there.
Yeah.
Come to TwitchCon. Go to Paris if you can. Go to Las Vegas if you can. I've been to the past few TwitchCons, and they have been just like some of the other events I've been to. Like TwitchCon in particular is like a very like it really has a special place in my heart. It's where I've
Mm.
made some of my best memories interacting with other creators. Um, it doesn't matter who they are, what they stream, what their following is. It's just great to be surrounded by like-minded, like-hearted people. And
Yeah.
I love TwitchCon because of it. So very excited about it. Looking forward to people coming together. And I mean, I suspect there may or may not be, your fair share of drama, but I
Oh,
feel
of
like every
course.
year that
It's
I've gone,
gotta
there's been
be.
something. I feel like every year that I've gone, there's been something. So,
Oh yeah.
we'll see. But I'm at least that like guy that's just like, yeah, let's do it. TwitchCon, I'm excited. Like
Yeah.
all this energy. I'm ready. I'm ready to hang out with my friends again. So
So
very
Summit
excited.
was my first like creator event, and I've gotten a taste
Mm.
for it. I
Yeah,
want
you got
I
a
want to
taste.
because I love meeting people. So it's like the idea of like
Yeah.
TwitchCon and just meeting so many more people, um, like bounce ideas off of, hear of new ideas, just that energy of like seeing what people can do.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm I'm
it's
passionate
fun.
about the events that I end up going to. The event that I'm actually heading to is a little different than most of my events because I've hopped around to a lot of different events domestically. I just came back from DreamHack Dallas. I
Yeah.
just went to the Summer Game Fest live show in Los
Oh, that's
Angeles,
right.
and I got to say hi to Jeff Keighley, which wasn't
Yeah.
planned, but it
That's
ended up
crazy.
working like that. Very quick combo. Snapped a picture and he went on his way. But it's crazy the people that you get to meet. It's very amazing. But yeah, and now I'm gearing up for an overseas trip. Actually, it's
Oh.
my very first solo international trip, like ever. Like not one that I go with family or that I go with like high school like chaperones or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
like this is like my first solo trip. So I suspect I'll make a lot of mistakes. I suspect that it's going to be overwhelming, but I'm like so freaking excited about it. And the reason I'm going is for DreamHack Summer, which is in the home base of Jönköping, Sweden.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
so I have to go to Stockholm and then go a bit south, and then voila, I'll be at another DreamHack event. But I'm over the moon about it. It's also,
Mhm.
spoiler alert, my birthday, so I wanted to do
Yeah.
something that didn't involve me just sitting at home. I mean, I could sit here all day and create content, but like when
Mm-hmm.
I'm not on camera, like I'm just kind of like, what do I do?
Well,
Like twiddling
now,
my thumbs.
yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna apply for this creator program in Sweden. Got in, and I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna go, and I got my passport. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. So I still gotta pack. I am such a
Ah,
procrastinator.
hacking.
I am such a procrastinator. I shouldn't be, but I am.
You're only
But
going
it's fine.
overseas for what, a few days. What all could you
About a
need?
week. Yeah,
Ah, nothing.
I mean, I should be able to fit everything into a carry-on, I hope, because baggage fees are expensive, but
Oh yeah.
that's besides the point. Yeah, but just, you know, very excited for what I'm up to. Um, like even if I have these periods of times where like I'm not really streaming much, like my last stream was when I was at Twitch's offices in LA. I asked if I could do a stream from their offices and they said yes. So I did a stream. Apparently the microphone quality wasn't so good, but that's okay. I'm sure next time I'll redeem myself. But it was a bucket list item. I always wanted to stream from a Twitch HQ, and I got to
From
do it.
on Twitch from Twitch.
Yeah, on Twitch from
That's
Twitch.
crazy.
So it was really cool. And I just I did that the day before I went to Summer Game Fest, and it was really awesome. So I just sitting there playing Toontown in like the offices of like the company that has basically changed my life for the past like what at least 10 years that I've had a Twitch account, from the viewer experience up to when I started streaming consistently on Twitch, up until becoming an affiliate, becoming a partner, and to where I am now. So
That's wild.
Yeah, next month is going to be my 5-year partner anniversary.
Let's go. Congrats.
Thank you. Very excited.
So you got DreamHack coming up. You're going to PAX also, right? PAX West?
Yeah, so PAX West is coming up Labor Day weekend. It'll be my 3rd PAX West.
Nice.
I actually have the form open on my computer right now to submit a panel. Because tonight's the deadline.
Oh no.
And I'm like, I got a pack for my trip, but I got to submit this panel.
But also PAX.
Yeah. So, but PAX is a really fun event. If you're looking for like a large scale gaming event to try out, I always recommend PAX. It's a really good time. It's this year it's September 1st to 4th. And it's up in Seattle, Washington. So hence why it's called PAX West. So
I want to visit so bad. I'm like, PAX is the perfect excuse.
Seattle's a great city. There's a lot of friends who have been moving to Seattle lately, in the creator world. So it's a very just like, positive city. From what I've seen, it's LGBT friendly. And it's just like I like the atmosphere. I like the environment. It's great. I love Seattle. I'm excited to go back. I already have like my travel planned out. I'm really excited. So PAX should be fun. I may try to go to GCX in August, which is also St. Jude related. I do have a creator pass for it, but it's a 2-day event in Orlando, and it's like early August. That one I still have to plan travel for, but that one's really exciting. Really exciting because it's like all these people coming together in the gaming community for a really good cause. I'm really excited about it. Really, really excited.
You're gonna need an assistant soon. All this traveling.
I know, right? Yeah. All this traveling. It's mainly just like me being passionate about like things going on in the creator space, in the gaming industry as a whole. I started going to events regularly in 2018, and like since then, like I've just like it's opened up my world to so many things. I love traveling. I love getting to meet people, especially if it's within the creator space or within the gaming industry space or just geek culture in general. I do genuinely enjoy it, and I don't know. As long as I can keep doing it, I'm gonna keep doing it.
That's so good to hear.
It's a really good time.
That's good to hear, because I always thought it was crazy because that's what I want to do too, is travel to these events, experience things, like have new experiences, meet new people. I'm like, I don't see too many people go into like 6-7 events every year, but it's good to know that there are people doing that. And I'm not just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you might call me crazy for going to so many events in a single year, but I don't know. I see it as me because I'm in my low to mid 20s right now. I'm actually quite young, and I feel like for me, like having graduated like college recently, semi recently, I feel like if I was in my 30s or 40s, I'd be looking back and saying like, oh, I wish I did that thing in my 20s. I wish I did this. I wish I was spontaneous and did that thing. And that's why I keep that in the back of my head, because I'm like, if I don't do this thing, it's like a missed opportunity. And like, I'm going to regret this later. And while I can do it with, my own situation, like I might as well just like go and just why not? Like if I can, there's nothing necessarily stopping me. I might as well just go. So that's and 9 times out of 10, semi spoiler alert, I pay my way to go to these events because I don't necessarily like, you can't just wait around and expect someone to like like offer you a sponsorship or pay for your travel. Like there's a bit of hard work associated with it. You know, if you're trying to become a professional esports player, you know, to get on a team to travel to these, you know, competitions, you have to put in the work to, you know, be discovered, be scouted or whatever. From a content creator perspective, I've put in a lot of work over the years, you know, to get brought into events like St. Jude Summit and have opportunities where, you know, certain events will cover your expenses. I'm only just now exploring that world, but for several years I've paid my own way to go to events because I have the passion about it. I am excited about these things. I'm excited about our industry's future. And
Yeah, definitely.
sure, there's a lot for our industry to, like, you know, improve on. Like there's a lot of things that, you know, I certainly don't think are all sunshine and rainbows, but it
Yeah,
still excites me to like be in the now and be part of like what the future might look like. So I love surrounding myself in those environments when I can.
that's so good. It's so good that there's people like you doing that and just wanting to be involved for the right things. That's something I want to do. I'm hoping to work my way up to that one day.
Yeah, I highly encourage it. It's I mean, I just remember my first couple of events and just it opened my eyes up to so many things, getting to meet members of my community, getting to, you know, see what it's like to travel, to, you know, just see your impact as a creator and see the impact of the industry as a whole in person. Seeing that in front of you really opens up your perspective. So
Yeah, truly.
well, that's why I say if you can go to a thing like TwitchCon or PAX, like you absolutely should. Like I highly recommend it.
Definitely. Well, Smirky, I think that is all about what I had for you. Where can the people find you?
Yeah, my name is Smirky. You can find me on Twitch/Smirky. Unfortunately, I can't get the handle Smirky on a bunch of other platforms, so it's like
Oh, really?
Smirky this or underscore Smirky that. So Twitter has an underscore in front of it. Instagram is I'm Smirky, things like that. But if you type Smirky, you're probably gonna find me. So yeah, just, you know, you can find me on Twitch there, /Smirky. I don't have like a set schedule per se. Especially with how much I'm traveling right now, but I usually post on my Discord when I'm going live, Twitter when I go live, and I got some cool stuff planned for DreamHack Summer this weekend. So if you want to see like what the Toontown community is up to, it's a good place to swing by this weekend, the 16th, 17th, and 18th. We got some really I got some really cool stuff planned. Can't talk about it, but like, you know, I'm excited. It's gonna be a good weekend. I'm once in a lifetime for sure.
Totally.
I'm excited. So, but yeah, that's where y'all can find me. So I think if I don't do a stream either tonight or tomorrow because of international packing preparations, my next stream will be on the 17th and the 18th. So tune in on those days. Yeah, my birthday on the 18th. So feel free to swing by, join in the birthday festivities.
Definitely.
No plans right now to do charity fundraising, but we'll be celebrating in our own way, and I'm really excited about it. But
celebrating you,
yeah,
as you deserve to be.
So, yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah, thank you for having me on the show. I know I went on so many tangents, but
no, you're good. That's what this is for.
Yeah, exactly. It was cool being on. Thanks for inviting me, and you know, keep up the good work with all that you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Same to you. I'll talk
Appreciate
to you later.
It. Yeah, we'll chat later. Chat, you have a good night.
Say
See
bye,
you later.
chat.
All right, bye everybody.
See ya. Hello, everybody. That was Smirky. Fantastic person. Be sure, if you haven't already, followed him. Keep on the Twitch alerts, notifications so you know when he's going live to check out his next charity campaign, his birthday celebration. Definitely go show some support over there for that. Smirky, huge thanks to you again for being on, even just getting back to me. That is the hardest thing about this, is getting a hold of people. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. This is just a little passion project that I'm hoping maybe not blow up, but get noticed a little bit. Have some more interesting people on. And if this is your first time, I'm Nunnskees, or Austin, and this is the Late Night Roast Show with Nunnskees. It's a late night show, late night talk show style, like David Letterman, Jimmy Fallon. I bring on other creators who have events going on, announcements, just something big going on. Like Smirky, we were able to talk about Play Live, and this time at the summit, Twitch donating the 10K to him, all these different events and cons he's going to. We've had Crispy Gameplay, talked with him because he was on a influencer team for the Dead Space remake. He had some input into that, and we talked about the Game Awards. We had on Group Eagly to talk about his voice acting announcement. Corey Yusei to talk about their board game they're making. So just a little bit of everything for people to find out what is going on Twitch, because it is a massive site, and it can be hard to find new things, and it's just a massive beast to take part of. Thank you all so much, everybody. I'll see you then. Have a good night.